Yep, only took me 2 months, but here I am finally. Someone wanted me to redo my Nirvana ranking because, yeah, they only have 3 albums, and they suggested that I include good old Incesticide and the Unplugged concert. And while obviously I don't consider those real albums, their discography is short enough for me to say, yeah, fuck it, why not? Well, we'll talk about these two also. But my ranking did change slightly since the last video, so there is a little bit of an update here. But anyway, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5. Is going to be the MTV Unplugged concert, and for one simple reason, there are too many covers on here. Like, there are only 14 songs. I mean, only. Like, 14 isn't that low, but their songs are short, so it is a pretty short concert. And out of those 14 songs, 6 of them are covers. So yes, damn near half this thing is covers. And considering this was after In Utero, so they already had 3 albums worth, I probably would have definitely liked to hear more originals. Like, the songs that they did play, I think their songs do translate very well to acoustic, and all the banter between the band and the audience is very cool. But yeah, I just kind of wish there was a little more original stuff on here, and maybe a bit longer. But I guess maybe since it was MTV, a special, like, it had to be under a certain amount of time. I don't know. But yeah, half of it being covers, not a big fan of that. And on to the aforementioned Incesticide coming up next. And, well, this just it's just kind of all over the place because it is a compilation album. So there's songs that I think are pretty good. There's a song that I think is completely trash. And all in between. Like, Been a Son and Son of a Gun, I think, are super catchy. I really like those songs. The new wave version of Polly, I think, is a lot better than the actual Nevermind version. Of course, we have Hairspray Queen, which is easily the worst Nirvana song ever written. It kind of sounds like it was supposed to be, but, you know, it still exists. And, of course, you have Aneurysm, which is, like, you know, the really famous one off this album. I think there's another one. Was it Dive or Sliver that are equally as popular? But I think Aneurysm is definitely the best song on here. And yeah, this is kind of exactly why I don't include compilations, because they're just kind of a mixed bag of all these different styles and songs that don't flow together at all. But yeah, I mean, I have it, so it's worth talking about it at least. Okay, as opposed to In Utero being in number 2, like it was the last time, now it's at number 3, because revisiting it, yeah, there's a lot more on this album that I'm not crazy about. Like, the songs I do like, obviously Heart-Shaped Box is kind of like a necessary song to like. Rape Me, Dumb, and All Apologies. These are all 4 very good songs. I really like all of them. But everything else, the other 8 songs, I'm just like, I could totally live without all of these songs. Like, the only one I even slightly remember is Penny Royalty, because of the way he sings the chorus. Penny Royalty! All that shit. Oh, and then the Serve the Serpents has the cool drum intro. But other than that, or maybe that's Soundless Apprentice. See, I don't even know. I don't even know which song that was, because they're not very memorable. So, yeah, not as good as the albums that came before it, but still a pretty decently okay album. And yes, Bleach got bumped up a bit because this album, like, half of it actually kind of goes hard. Like, the first 4 tracks all slap. All of them are fantastic. The Love Buzz bass line is so damn catchy. Then you have Negative Creep, which is a super weird song, but anytime a vocalist just goes full primal and just screams in the track, I think it's kind of funny. Swap Meet is a pretty good jam. Mr. Mustache was always a hilarious name, but it also has a very fun riff in that song. Big Cheese, both the bonus tracks, they add bonus points because they're both pretty solid. Downer, the super fast pace that song has, and yeah, man, there's only a few songs that I'm not crazy about. Like Paper Cuts, Scoff, Sifting. That's pretty much it. Those are the only songs that really don't stand out, but everything else has like at least one really good moment. And yeah, Bleach, pretty good. Pretty, I think, underrated. Yeah, Nevermind is still the GOAT. I'm sorry, but it's just always going to be like that. This album is in the club of perfect album where like every song on it, all 12 of these songs are absolutely phenomenal. Maybe not phenomenal, but all 12 of them are at least I really like, okay? Like, you got the sleeper hits on this, like On a Plane, Lounge Act, and Territorial Pissings that, like, they're not super popular, but they're just as good as the popular songs. Then you have, like, the songs everyone knows, Smells Like Teen Spirit, In Bloom, Come As You Are, Breed, Lithium, Drain You, Stay Away. Oh my god, this album is just absolutely stacked, and it will never not be number one on my list of Nirvana albums. So, there you go. Hopefully this video ends up being longer than 3 minutes. And yeah, I don't know who I'm doing next, but I guess I'll figure it out. And hopefully it won't take another 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Seriously, it's just been crazy, and then we have Starfield coming out in a couple days, so I'm sure I'm going to be just as busy going forward, but I will try my best to not make this channel dead. So, bye-bye.